friends, welcome back to my channel. This is a Sidereal, and today's pick a card reading is going to be looking at your situation with your person, if you are wondering if you should wait for them or move on. Now, I will warn you, a little trigger warning, I'm not going to hold back. I will definitely try to deliver the messages as honestly as possible, in the kindest way possible. But I will not, I guess I shouldn't say kindest way possible, because honestly, sometimes I get heated when I see stuff in here, but I haven't read yet. I don't even know what we're gonna see, but I do just want to say that you should be prepared for me to be real with you, not tell you what you want to hear. Okay, so we have 3 piles today, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to decide which pendulum crystal you feel most drawn to, and then go ahead and scroll down to the description to find your timestamp and your reading. Hey there, pile 1. If you guys chose the lapis lazuli pendulum, this is your reading, and we are looking to see if you should wait or move on from your person. So I already have your oracle card shuffled, and we're gonna go ahead and shuffle your tarot on camera. So should pile 1 wait or move on from their person? Okay, we have the 9 of Wands in reverse. We have the 7 of Swords. Okay, that's too many. I'm not going to take them. Pile 1, move on from their person. Pile 1, move on from their person. We have the Lovers. Should pile 1 move on from their person? Should pile 1 move on from their person? Should pile 1 move on from their person? Okay, we have the Tower and the Moon. Very interesting. Okay, let's look and see what your oracle cards say. So we have rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. Okay. We have ears wide open. You guys actually got 2 extra cards. Quieting the mind. Find balance. Virtue, you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. And self-love, you realize that love of self is necessary to love another. Okay. So I do want to say, just starting off pile 1, I understand your frustrations and the probably exhaustion that you feel when it comes to this connection. I'm really just getting this idea with this 9 of Wands in reverse that you've been holding out for what seems like an excessively long amount of time, and it's possible that maybe you've even rejected other offers or held yourself, or maybe I don't want to say held, you kind of got in your own way of putting yourself out there because of you might have had a lot of hopes for this person. And what's really interesting is that I feel like there are mixed messages here. Obviously, as a general reading, there typically is. But what I find fascinating is that the action and outcome is the same. It's just the semantics of it all are different. So what I'm trying to get into essentially is that with this 7 of Swords here and this 9 of Wands in reverse, this is really a big sign that Spirit is telling you, and the self-love card as well, that it is time to let go of this connection for now. And I say for now because I'm not necessarily sure if for some of you this person might be coming back, that this person, if you feel like you know that this person is right for you, that there's more to the story. The fact that we have, sorry, I'm like taking my sweater off, I got super hot. The fact that we have the moon card on the back of the deck really reveals to me that there is a lot to still be uncovered, not just about this connection, but about your love life in general. What's really cool is that you can see in this moon card, the woman looking at her reflection, it's like a skeleton, jeez, skeleton. And to me, that kind of represents seeing something for what it actually is, seeing through any facades and seeing the truth. And I do feel like maybe you're not quite looking at this connection from the most honest standpoint. I do feel like it's possible for there to be a little bit of rose-colored glasses, selective hearing, confirmation bias. And when I say confirmation bias, I mean like holding on to any sign that you should wait and ignoring any sign that you should let go. And so I feel like what Spirit is saying to you is that you do need to let go for now. This person might be your one. They might be the one that you are meant to be with because there are deep and special feelings here, but there needs to be a huge instrumental change, and I'm feeling in one of your lives or both of your lives. And when I say one, I really mean them, but it's possible that it could apply to both of you, that you both need to go through these intense changes to grow. As of right now, you both are not in alignment with one another. And you can even see in this Lover's card how she's kind of looking at this lock and he's looking up at the key. You guys both have different ideas of what you want right now or what you need. I do feel a sense of confusion here and zero idea for what the future holds. So that could represent one or both of you, especially if you guys are mirrors of one another. And this moon does kind of represent that mirror. And it's possible that your connection is very, very triggering because you guys show each other the parts of yourselves that you don't necessarily want to see. And I do think that there is a lot of personal development that needs to happen here. Now, for some of you, Spirit is telling me that, and I feel like you'll know whether this is the case or not, but I do feel like for some of you, your person, this Lover's person, is somebody else other than the person you're asking about. And I feel like Spirit is trying to get you to understand why you had this connection with the person that you're asking about so that you can develop and grow from it and be ready for this new person coming in. Because with this new person coming in, I feel like it's more that tower moment. I feel like it is going to rock your world in a really wonderful way and make you realize that this is actually what you're looking for. You know, I feel like with this person, the key didn't fit. And with this new person, everything that you went through with the person that you're asking about in this reading will make sense. So there's kind of two groups here. For some of you, you do need to move on from this person for now so that you guys can go through the experiences that you need to in order to develop and become in alignment with one another. And for others, you were meant to go through this experience so that you can be ready for the person who is actually meant for you. And the fact that we have the quieting the mind and the ears wide open, I do feel like a lot of you have had trouble looking at the situation objectively and discerning what is okay and what isn't. I feel like if the way this person has treated you if this person treated someone you cared about the way they treated you, I feel like you would be very upset over it and you wouldn't stand for it. And so I feel like Spirit is asking you to look at yourself that way and see that you deserve to be treated better than maybe what you're being treated right now, so that you can invite something much more beautiful into your life. With this rejection is actually divine protection. I have experienced this card myself, and yes, it hurts so badly, but the universe is looking out for you, and they're not gonna let you stay stuck in something that is just going to harm you in the long run. You're meant for something much greater and much more special. And if you do come back to this person, that's wonderful. But it's evident that as of right now, when you are watching this reading, because it is timeless, you and your person are not ready to come together as one. Or you are meant to come together with another person because they are meant for you and they will actually treat you the way you deserve. Like I said, you know, take which situation fits, you will know. And then with virtue and self-love, oh, sorry. Spirit really wants you to take this time to focus and learn from what you've experienced with this person that you're asking about. And it also wants you to find balance between your eyes and your ears, which is something I just heard with these. So I feel like what this is saying is take notes of their actions and their words. Do they match up? Can you trust them? If you want to know about the genuine intentions of a person, look at their words and their actions. If those don't line up, then you know that there's probably not they're probably not as honest as they may seem. And also with this fine balance, I feel like Spirit is maybe just trying to say, if there's something in your life that you're doing too much of, like if you're too focused on this connection, or if you're not, or if you're so focused on this connection that you might be neglecting other aspects of your life, Spirit's trying to get you to a place where you can have an easier time with things. Honestly, that's kind of what I'm feeling, is like you guys have just been having a really hard time, and it makes me feel really sad for you guys. But I want you to understand that Spirit is really trying to get you to understand your own worth here. And I feel like, you know, the Seven of Swords, I said Four of Swords because this makes me think of the Four of Swords, even though it's the Seven of Swords, because the Four of Swords is all about rest and healing. And I feel like when it comes to this person that you're asking about, you kind of have been resting and healing. You kind of have been going about that process of moving forward. But I feel like there maybe is just that part of like, well, what if it's not over? Well, what if they come back? Well, what if this is meant to be? And I feel like you are kind of shutting yourself in this mindset of hope and looking back on the past, and you've kind of leveled up in a way now where you're recognizing, even if I do still have hopes for this connection, even if I do still want this connection to move forward, I gotta live my life, I gotta do me. And so I kind of see this Nine of Wands as maybe starting to break down those barriers and moving forward, choosing you. This pile to me is all about choosing you and doing you, because that right person, whether it's this person you're asking about or somebody else, is going to come in when you're doing you and living your best life. I promise you that. And there's this great quote from Michelle Obama that I repeat to myself all the time when I'm like, screw the GRE, screw grad school, like I'm just gonna run away and join the circus. Michelle Obama said, I would not be married to the President of the United States if I hadn't gone to law school. So I'm just saying, do you, and the right person will follow. You know? You gotta follow your own path to find your Barack Obama. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, let's go ahead and look at channeled messages and see what your person would say to you if they could, and see if we can get get a better idea of what's going on here. Okay, so what would pile one's person say to pile one? We have, I don't react when people mention you. Oh, Jesus, this one like jumped out. Just being near you is intoxicating. I did also want to mention too, in terms of signs, we had heavy Gemini and Pisces energy, but we had a little fire with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and a little bit of air, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, as I just said. Whew. Okay. What would pile one's person say to pile one? We need to let each other go. And that, yeah. But I want to be more than friends. And so I think maybe that is a indicator as to why, especially if you feel like this person, you and this person will come back together in the future. You guys do need to let each other go, because this person does see you as more than a friend, and they can't provide something that's more than friendly right now. And if you tried to pursue it or tried to go after it, you know, you might get hurt. It could just be a whole mess. But we'll go ahead and look at my channeled messages too and see what's going on. So, okay, we had, okay, this is very interesting. So we have, I don't know who I am anymore. I see us getting married one day. I will always love you. You've changed me. And deep down, I still feel you. So for a lot of you, you're not crazy when asking about this person and, you know, feeling like, should I wait or should I move on? And look at what's on the back of the deck. I want you to be mine. Like, this person definitely still has a lot of desire towards you. And they could see you guys as the lovers. But the Lovers is also a card about balance. And with this Find Balance card, it's incredibly evident that there is no balance within this connection right now. And it's quite possible that you both will have to go beyond this connection and experience other things in life in order to find that real balance. There needs to be equal give and take here, and I really don't feel like there has been. I feel like you've been holding out for them. And while that's honorable and admirable, at some point you gotta focus on you and you gotta do you. And I think that if you feel like this connection will come back together, it absolutely will. But it's up to you guys to both, and when I say you guys, I mean you and your person, to focus on healing, to focus on leveling up. And of course you can't check in on your person and see what's going on, but with you doing that, I kind of believe in the idea that one person getting themselves together, especially if this is a divine connection, a connection that's meant to happen, that person will level up as well, even if you're not actively seeing it, even if you're not actively aware of it. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you know, this person doesn't want to let you go. This person has really strong feelings for you, but they know that they've got to grow. They've got to do, you know, big things. They've got to achieve big things. And unfortunately right now, union for you both isn't in the picture, but that doesn't mean it's not in the future. So let's go ahead and look at your channeled messages and see what your person would say to you, or if you should wait or if you should move on. I'm so used to saying your person. Okay, we had the moon again with that Pisces energy. Okay, so we have the moon here, and I definitely feel like this is further confirmation that there is still more to unfold within this situation, and you're not meant to understand everything right now. But Spirit wants to remind you to have a little fun in the meantime with this little monkey charm. You know, don't be afraid to be playful. Play the field a little bit if you want to. Date, have fun, meet people, see what you like and what you don't like, see what works and what doesn't. You know, just be open. Just be open and willing to have fun. That's the biggest message that I'm getting. Because, you know, the people that you date down the line, when you're not in union with this person, yeah, they might not be with you forever, but you can learn something from literally anyone. And everybody has knowledge to provide someone else. And people really act as mirrors. And we learn a lot about ourselves through other people. And so I think it's important to take that time. And one thing I'm just noticing is that this little sun charm was sitting on top of my box in between the top and the bottom. So with this sun charm here, I do feel like there will be better days ahead. You will get clarity. Things will be illuminated. You will understand a lot more about this connection in the future. We also have the seahorse here, which makes me think of the lovers, which we have already. You know, seahorses mate for life. They are pretty interesting little creatures, but I also have a seahorse card that talks about watching and waiting. So, you know, this is definitely something that you can keep your eye on in the background, but don't let it be your entire focus. And then we have this little stone here, which makes me think of rose quartz. And so, you know, this is all about love, and it makes me think of this self-love card saying you realize that love of self is necessary to love another. And so I really do feel like, you know, maybe you should get some more rose quartz around your house, anything to help facilitate some more self-love, because you guys really deserve that. And with this cross here, I feel like Spirit's just trying to tell you to have faith, that everything will work out. And we have the world here, but it was upside down, and that leads me to believe this is talking about a cycle that is not yet completed. But this could also talk about traveling the world, finding yourself, your person having a desire to travel the world with you. But we also have the engagement ring, and we did have I see us getting married one day. So it's very possible that this person does want commitment with you in the future, but they are not ready for it right now. And then we have to the moon and back. Oh my goodness. So yes, we have a lot of moon imagery tonight. And we have the number 1, we have the letter K and the letter X. That's kind of funny because I was thinking of like the cereal Kicks and this one kind of acts as an I. But it's possible that, you know, you need to focus on yourself. You need to be that one person there for yourself so that you can be working on that self-love, working on leveling up. And then we have Virgo, which happy Virgo season, and it says practical. So Spirit really is asking you to be practical about this connection. Maybe you need to do some traveling and find yourself. I mean, obviously right now it's not the easiest due to COVID, but hop on Google Maps. Okay, hop on Google Maps and go to Positano. I'm probably butchering it. Sorry, I'm saying it with my little hillbilly accent. Go on Google Maps and just go to someplace really pretty. Santorini, Positano, like I was saying. And just take in those views, those coastal views. I do it at work all the time, and it makes me a little happier. And then we have trustworthy here with Taurus. So we have those two signs, and I feel like practicality and trustworthiness are two maybe qualities that you should focus on. Not saying that people can't trust you, but maybe having more faith and trust in the universe and also yourself and your abilities. So I'll go ahead and zoom in on these charms so that you can see them a little better. But I think that is where I'm going to leave this reading, pile 1. And I just saw the 1, 2, pile 1. Maybe that's a confirmation that if you chose pile 1, that was the right one. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Definitely let me know down in the comments how this resonated. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Definitely leave me a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. I try to make 3 to 5 videos a week. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read your cards and charms. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is, and hopefully you'll come back and visit me again soon. Bye. Hi there, Pile 2. If you guys chose the green pendulum, this is your reading, and we are going to look at if you should wait or move on from your person. So I already have your oracles shuffled, but we are going to shuffle your tarot on camera. So should Pile 2 wait or move on from their person? Should Pile 2 wait or move on from their person? Okay, we have the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups. Should Pile 2 wait or move on from this person? Should Pile 2 wait or move on from their person? We have the Seven of Wands. Should Pile 2 wait or move on from their person? Okay. We also have the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Swords on the back of the deck. And then let's go ahead and look at your oracles. So we have Twin Flame, spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. Creativity. You love to devise new ideas, innovations, forms of illumination. Endless possibilities. And dreams coming true. Okay, wow. So this is really interesting, Pile 2. And I do want to say, just really quickly, with the Twin Flame thing, use discernment when it comes to this card. Twin Flames are very rare. I do think this is speaking more to the mirroring nature of this connection. And the answer to your question of should you move on is kind of up to you, but I feel like the universe is trying to heavily guide you towards yes. But here is the important message of what I'm getting. Whether you end up with this person or not, with this endless possibilities here, I do feel like there are a lot of different opportunities or paths in your life. You are going to attain what you truly want and what you're truly wishing for. And I feel like a lot of the way you're going to achieve this is through your creativity. Now, with this spiritual lesson card, this person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. I feel like with this creativity card, you probably draw a lot of creative inspiration from either this person or this connection and how this connection has made you feel. I do feel like this connection has been incredibly triggering for either one or both of you. And for some of you, this very well could be your twin flame. And it's possible that maybe you guys do need to go into separation or something of that nature, and maybe you are meant to come back together. But the Eight of Cups is kind of the quintessential moving on card, moving away from a difficult emotional experience. And the reason that you're supposed to do this, the fact that we have the Ace of Swords, the Dwight Schrute card, if you will, on the back of the deck, is because you are meant to gain a lot of clarity about this situation. And I do feel multiple meanings for these pages. It's possible that one of you is very emotional while the other is very analytical and logical, and due to both of you maybe having less experience in love or just having very youthful energy and a lot to learn between the both of you, it's kind of like you guys just haven't been able to meet eye to eye, you know? One of you is looking up here, one of you is looking down. Like, there's just no mutual understanding and continuity here. But I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you with the Seven of Wands here that you are getting out of the thick of it. And the decision to move forward, if you've already been feeling like this is the right decision for you, is going to help you get out of this, to be frank, shitty feeling much faster. I do feel like there are shitty feelings involved here, and by that I just mean like you just don't feel very great. And I do feel like this connection has caused a lot of triggering and heartbreak, and if not heartbreak, just disappointment and frustration. And Spirit is trying to tell you, we are not punishing you. The universe is not punishing you. We never want to punish you. We love you so much. Like, we love you so much. You are meant to accomplish great things, and this person is in your life to teach you a lesson. And I do also want to point out that just because someone is your twin flame doesn't mean that's the person you end up with. It's very possible that if you will truly believe this person is your twin, that maybe they are only meant to be in your life for a certain time, but at some point you have to let go of it so that you can walk your own path and make your dreams come true. No matter what, I feel like Spirit is saying not to give up complete hope about this connection, but you do need to give yourself time to heal and move forward and get clarity on the situation for now. Because this endless possibilities card really tells me never say never, and never write something off forever. And with this dreams coming true, like, you know, I feel like these are vague confirmations that you'll get what you want, but the semantics of what that necessarily is isn't clear. So maybe your dream come true is in another person. Maybe this person needs to develop into your dream come true. Maybe you need to go down a different path so that you guys can come back together. I feel like it's going to be different for every single person watching. And if you feel like this person isn't your twin or something like that, which for a lot of you is very possible, I have a hard time with the phrase, because I will be straight up and say that I am not like a twin flame expert, but also I do feel like it's a bit sensationalized, especially in readings and things of that nature. And I have a hard time wanting to say for sure, yes, someone is your twin flame, because it is such a rare thing. And I don't want to be a part of the, not talking down on anyone. I just don't want to be someone that, I would never want to give you misleading information if I didn't know something for sure. And truthfully, I don't know for sure whether this person is your twin or not. You will know that. Because this is a general reading, I don't want to say anything with 100% certainty that I feel like could be misleading or harmful to some. So you will know if this person is your twin or not. I definitely feel like this card is here to confirm that if you already feel like you know that. If not, I feel like this is referring to the fact that you both are mirrors of one another. And that's kind of reflected in these pages, because I do feel like you've shown this person, I really get you more as the Page of Cups, but these energies could absolutely be switched. I feel like one of you has really made this person realize that they are not, they need a lot. They need to learn a lot when it comes to emotions. And I feel like this person has taught this person that they need to learn how to look at things more logically and rationally. And the reason why I believe that this Page of Cups is you is because we have this Ace of Swords on the back of the deck. And I do feel like a fresh mindset is needed here. You need to work through these hard emotions, these painful emotions, channel them into your creative projects, your creative endeavors. Don't be afraid to share those with the world. There are endless possibilities here, and there are wonderful things coming for you. And I feel like they are contingent on you getting this fresh mindset and being ready to go and being ready to move forward and understanding the nature of this connection. And maybe you don't understand everything about this connection right now. Maybe you have, you know, years before you truly understand what this connection was or what it's meant to be. You might not get your clarity today or tomorrow. But the universe just wants you to trust it, and spirit wants you to trust it and know that you have such wonderful things coming your way, whether this person is in your life or not. It shouldn't even matter, because you've got some really great things coming your way. And if this person is meant to be, they will be. But I do think for right now, it's time for you to move on from this and really get clarity on your situation, because I do feel like maybe you haven't been looking at this situation as objectively as you could. And I feel like it's hindering you from seeing how the world is truly at your fingertips, and there are so many different outlets that you could go, or things you could experience, or people you can meet. And I feel like spirit doesn't want you to be held down by somebody or something because you're emotionally attached to it. Spirit wants you to think logically about your life and your path, and everything else will fall into place, essentially. So let's go ahead and look at channel messages from your person and see what they might say to you. So what would pile 2's person say to pile 2? What would pile 2's person say to pile 2 if they could? Okay. I knew exactly what I was doing. Pile 2's person say to pile 2. I am afraid to contact you. I also just want to mention in my handwritten channeled messages, I just had one fall and I feel like I need to take it. I see us getting married one day. So definitely for some of you, this person does see a future with you. And with that, endless possibilities and dreams coming true, it's saying, you know, we're not saying no forever, but you need to work through some of this stuff so that you can get a fresh perspective and really understand where you need to be right now, where your path is best, or where your energy is best suited on your path right now. We also have, it's time for me to heal now. And I think it's time for you to heal as well. And you're probably well aware of that. But we also have, I want you on the back of the deck. And so I do feel like, you know, you haven't left this person's mind. They still think about you a lot. It's possible maybe they even journal about you. I feel like they think that you're very cute or just physically attractive. And wow, okay, you might want to watch the first pile because this is kind of the same message and you're getting a lot of the same messages. We have, I still love you. And nobody makes me feel the way you do. And I wish I could love you the way you deserve. So this person definitely, look at this on the back of the deck. It's hard to be honest with myself. It's possible this person hasn't been honest about the nature of this connection, how special it is to them, how special you are to them. But it's clear that they've got some healing to do right now. And while this connection could be revisited down the line, it's just your energy is best suited moving on from it so you can focus on yourself and have a clear head. So let's go ahead and look at your charms and see what they say. Okay, so we have the broken piece of a clear quartz tower. And so I do feel like there was either a tower moment here, or your person will experience a tower moment, or some kind of clarity and understanding. This really is indicative of the energy clearing and having understanding after a tower moment, because as you can see, it's already broken. Or the tower broke, I guess. We also have this 50-cent euro, which the year is 2002. And we have the number 5 on it as well. There's also this little dude riding a horse, which, oh, shoot, I didn't mean to drop it, which I think it's a dude. I was checking, but honestly, his gender doesn't matter. but Europe could be special or have a special part in this connection. We also had this same cross in the last reading, and it really talks about having faith in the universe and having faith in your path. You know, there are lots of possibilities, but I feel like no matter what, you will be happy in the end. Your dreams will come true, and you'll be happy with the choices that you made. And I feel like with this little foot and this leaf, you know, the leaf to me is kind of like sailing through the wind, going where the wind takes you, going with what feels right, and trusting your path. Because I feel like Spirit's trying to remind you that Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, you have to take things one step at a time. And just take it slow, take it day by day, and you'll get there. Things will make more sense. You'll get there. You'll understand a lot more about your path. We also have Libra, charming. We have Pisces, intuitive, I believe, yes. We have Scorpio, passionate. I do feel like Spirit is trying to get you to understand what a catch you are a little bit, and to not hold yourself back from any potential opportunities. But I feel like with this Pisces card, trust your intuition. You know what's best. Did I say card? I meant charm. You know what's best. And also with this Scorpio, passionate, you know, channel your creativity into your passions. Channel that emotional pain into that passion. I feel like it will give you a lot of understanding about your situation. And, you know, and in the meantime, that doesn't mean your person doesn't have feelings for you. With this to the moon and back charm and that Pisces energy, I do feel like there are strong feelings here, and they're not going anywhere on either end. It's just that you both have a lot to learn and experience before you can come back together and be really ready for one another. And then in terms of letters, we have K, G, S, excuse me, J, and J. So we have 2 J's. Pretty significant. And we have D. So K, G, D, J, J, S. So, oh wait, there's one more. And we have the number 5. So 5 could be significant. 5 months, 5 years, $5 foot long, whatever it might be. So I will zoom in on these. Oh, and that's the second 5, by the way, with this 50 cent. So I think that is where I'm going to leave your reading pile 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely let me know down in the comments if it resonated. I love to read your guys' comments and see what's going on with y'all. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this all the way through and giving me the opportunity to read your cards and charms. If you like this video, definitely leave a like and subscribe. I try to make videos 3 to 5 times a week, so be on the lookout for new readings from me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is when you're watching, and I hope you will come back and see me again soon. Bye! Hi there, Pile 3. If you guys chose the Rose Quartz Pendulum, this is your reading, and this is answering the question of should you wait or should you move on from your person? Now, I already have your oracles shuffled, but I am going to go ahead and shuffle your tarot on camera. So should Pile 3 wait or move on from their person? Okay. I feel like these guys want to... Oh, okay. There's 3, but Spirit's telling me to take them. Okay. So we have the 2 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands. Okay. Interesting. Whoa, that just flew. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. Man. And on the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what your oracles have to say. We have Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. And Fate. This is a destined partnership. We have Body and Soul, Dedicated Effort, and Spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. Okay, this is really interesting. Wow. Oh shit, this is intense. Okay. I want to read what this card says first because I want to hammer home the main idea of what I'm getting here. Because there's a lot of interesting messages that I'm just seeing in this dedicated effort. So let's see, card number 5. I'll try to... Okay. Card number 5, body and soul. Taking care of yourself, seeing yourself as a complete package, body not separate from soul, centered in your sense of self, comfortable in your body, your authentic identity, physical health. Extreme self-care is called for when you receive this card. Answer truthfully. Are you taking care of yourself? Your first choice may be to care for others before meeting your own needs. Check in with yourself. Are you experiencing halt, hunger, anger, loneliness, tiredness? This card is a signal that it's time to take a break from your current focus and get busy taking care of you because you are worthy of this care. I agree. What simple things require your attention so you can function optimally in... Oh, I read this like a statement as a question. What simple things require your attention so you can function optimally in your world and live your best life a day at a time? Another message that this card holds is about how you live with authenticity. Can you be at ease within yourself? Quote, you doing you with pride and self-worth. Remember, you are a soul that manifests through a body, a spiritual being having a human experience. And that means you are here on purpose, even if there are days when you wonder about that. There is an intentionality. Okay, sorry. There's an intentionality to your being here now, just the way you are in this time in our collective story. You being here is important, for you are a precious being with a purpose, even if it seems elusive some days. Just know that life loves you. With that in mind, your job is to do your part to make your experience a healthy one. How do you nourish your body, mind, and soul is directly related to how you experience your life. It's time to put yourself first, then everything will fall beautifully into place. I think that's gorgeous. I love this because I really do feel like in terms of should you wait or should you move on, Spirit's kind of telling me that it doesn't matter what you do. Because the fact that we have this is a destined partnership, it kind of leads me to believe that it's gonna happen. Whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna have good things happen to you, buddy. So you better get over it. Because you got some good things coming. You better start taking care of yourself a little bit more. Yeah, sorry for the sassiness, but I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you to let go of your thoughts about this connection, but not necessarily the person. The fact that we have the Two of Swords here, I feel like there's a lot of indecision about people or just where you're at in life, and I feel like you have been very defensive. This Two of Wands is typically a lot about discovery and seeing what's out there. But this Two of Wands just comes off as very defensive and like, stay away from me. And I feel like that's because you have this idea of, I know I want to be with this person. I know I'm meant to be with this person. I don't want anyone else. I feel like you only see yourselves together. And honestly, I feel like this person kind of sees it the same way. But I do feel like maybe you're denying yourself experiences because of this connection and maybe not taking care of yourself as well as you should. And Spirit's asking you not to do that. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse, that's kind of Spirit asking you to stop trying to orchestrate everything to work out perfectly. It will work out. It's fated. Like, it's already in the books. It's on the calendar. You don't know what day, but don't write off the rest of your days until that calendar day comes. You know what I mean? because this Queen of Pentacles being on the back of the deck here, I feel like that's what you're trying to develop into. And the Queen of Pentacles, which let me just say, you know, gender doesn't really matter here. This is a lot about being materially abundant, nurturing, beautiful, stable, committed, loyal, basically growing into this very nurturing, motherly presence. And I feel like you kind of already have that nurturing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a mother. I just mean that, especially like with this body and soul card coming out, I do feel like it's very indicative of how you are always willing to go above and beyond for the other person, but you don't necessarily do that for yourself. And the Four of Pentacles too is kind of about holding things close to the chest, kind of keeping things for yourself. And with that in reverse, that really shows me that you haven't been taking time to give to yourself. And giving to yourself is a dedicated effort. And Spirit is asking you to move beyond this mental idea of what should be right and what isn't. I feel like you're kind of stagnant right now with this Two of Swords. I get really, really heavy Libra energy here. And honestly, a lot of Sag too. And I think that maybe at times you can be stubborn about the idea of what you think it is that you want and what you think is right. And I feel like you do a great job at visualizing success within this connection, but visualization is one thing, reality is another. And if you are so focused on the future and what will be and not what's now, the future can't come to fruition. And so Spirit's really trying to get you to understand that you have to show yourself that dedicated effort. You have to show Spirit that you're going to take care of yourself. I feel like one of the reasons why this partnership isn't happening right now is because if it did, you would get lost in that person. You wouldn't take care of yourself at all. You would truthfully like be so focused on them that I feel like you would have a hard time recognizing who you are and what you're meant to do. And that can happen in relationships sometimes, and it's very scary. And Spirit just doesn't want you to, I say Spirit, but also it's just me. I don't want you to wake up one day and be like, who am I? Where am I going? What am I doing? Am I meant to be with this person? I want you to focus on you, to build your own ladder, climb your ladder to success, because you will be successful. And I feel like you already are. You know, I feel like you've learned some spiritual lessons and you kind of understand the nature of this connection more and what you've been meant to learn. And maybe it's kind of just mentally, you know what you're meant to learn. You know this connection will come back into union, but you haven't necessarily, just because you know what you're meant to learn or what you've been learning doesn't mean that you're showing that in your actions. And so I feel like, you know, especially with how physical wands can be and how physical pentacles literally are, I mean, they're material, Spirit's really wanting you to act in the material world. This Two of Swords is the only mind energy we have, and I feel like it's really emphasizing this idea of how this kind of analysis paralysis that you've gotten yourself stuck in is keeping you from achieving your full success. And so in terms of should you move on, I mean, like, yes and no. I feel like you kind of already have your mind made up, and I shouldn't even be saying yes, because I feel like you're not going to. It's just so strong, it's so deep. I feel like there's a part of you that just feels like you'll never truly be able to fully let go of it, and that's completely okay. And I feel like the reason you can is because Spirit is trying to get you to understand that you are meant to be with this person. And so, but I feel like at the same time, Spirit's trying to tell you not to push away any opportunities or experiences that might come your way because you're too focused about this. You know, don't shoot yourself in the foot because I don't even know where I was going with that. Don't shoot yourself in the foot, like, for no reason, you know? I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I don't know why I keep saying don't shoot yourself in the foot, but I feel like you're just holding yourself back, and the fact that you're holding yourself back is kind of what's holding you back from this connection moving forward, essentially. It's kind of like that letting go to let it come back, and just focusing on you. And that doesn't even mean like letting in new people or humoring new romantic partnerships. I just mean like letting yourself have fun, letting yourself let go, and just not be so heavy about this connection and thinking about it all the time. I feel like that's what Spirit really wants, is to just really nourish yourself, because I feel like this lack of nourishment is kind of making you think about this person and be stuck on this person even more, which is frustrating, and also a kind of a catch-22, and it's kind of screwing with your energy a little bit. In terms of signs, we have heavy fire and heavy earth though, so Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then a little bit of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So let's go ahead and see what your person would say to you if they could in these channeled messages. So what would pile 3's person say to pile 3 if they could? We have, I can't stop thinking about you. So it definitely seems like the feeling's kind of mutual there. Like you both are really focused on one another. And I do feel like that it could be mirrored. Like you both think about union with one another, but you both aren't ready for it. I feel you leaving me behind. So it's possible this person could be insecure. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that, sis. Get that bag. And I say sis as gender neutrally as possible. I love you. And on the back of the deck, finding out the truth crushed me. So, some of that will have more meaning to you than others. But let's look at my channel messages. We have, I'm in survival mode right now. And I feel like you guys kind of are too, especially with this body and soul card coming out. Like you're really just trying to get through the day. And I feel like you might be relying on unhealthy coping mechanisms. And I just want to say, like, if you are relying on those things, don't beat yourself up for it. I mean, of course, like, it's bad if you're willfully doing it and not doing anything to change it and you don't really care. But, like, if you have to cope one day just to get through it, like if you have to eat an entire tub of Ben & Jerry's ice cream to get through a Tuesday, eat an entire tub of Ben & Jerry's and get through that Tuesday. Like that's not going to hurt you in the long run. The only time it gets really problematic is when you're completely neglecting your needs and you're actively harming yourself to a point that's beyond moderation or just a night of going crazy. You know what I mean? And honestly, ice cream's awesome. So maybe I just can't stop thinking about ice cream. Anyway, this isn't in your head. I feel it too. And I can't stop thinking about you. Like, yeah, this is a very, I mean, with the this is a destined partnership, all this stuff, like, yeah, it's just, yeah, like every channel message is just confirming for me. I've accepted that my love for you isn't going anywhere. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at too. It's like you've kind of tried to let go of this. You tried to move on. You've learned the spiritual lesson and you're still learning. But that doesn't mean you guys are ready to come back together yet. And I feel like you both feel one another. But you need to nourish yourself because you have to learn now how to take care of yourself, how to stay within your energy, how to affirm your boundaries so that when this does come into union, you will know how to act. And we also have I don't know who I am anymore on the back of the deck. So very, very interesting cards here. Let's go ahead and look at your charms and see what they have to say. If we can get any juicy info here. Some hot goss. Okay. I want to see if we can get some letters. Okay. So we have this Be Happy elephant charm that fell off of my car keys and this other elephant. And so I do feel like you both have obstacles to overcome. And with the fact that we have this Be Happy charm and then smile, it's the same in all languages. I feel like Spirit's trying to get you to really work on your happiness right now, because that's what's going to help you achieve the most success. And interestingly enough, this rose quartz popped out in the last reading, and this to the moon and back popped out in the last reading. So you might want to watch pile 2, which is kind of funny because that 2 popped out. So you might want to watch that one too, because there might be important messages in there for you as well. But I do feel like Spirit is trying to get you to focus on self-love right now, and they're kind of trying to get you with this to the moon and back charm to understand that this love isn't going anywhere. And this lantern really makes me think of the Hermit Virgo energy. We are in Virgo season right now, and I feel like Spirit's saying that this light that this person holds for you isn't going anywhere, and this light that you hold for them isn't going anywhere. But it is time for you guys to really seriously reflect and figure out what action you need to take. I feel like you both have figured out mentally what needs to change, but I don't think the action is necessarily there. And with this octopus, it's interesting that it popped out because I was talking about boundaries earlier, and I do feel like maybe your boundaries are poor, and that's something you need to work on. So that, because like seeing your worth obviously is very important, but it's a lot easier to affirm your boundaries when you have that sense of self-worth to begin with than it is to not have those boundaries. And yeah, you get the point what I'm saying. Anyway, this bottle is all about bottled up emotions, and I find that very interesting that it popped up here because we don't have any cups in this spread, and cups are all about emotions. I feel like you're trying to ignore your emotions, and you're just trying to be a bit intuitive about everything and trust your gut. But if there's any in your emotions that you're not acknowledging, that's part of the reason why you're suffering right now. You really need to allow yourself to feel. We also have that number 2, and we have the letters A-L, L-A, so like Los Angeles or Louisiana could be significant. A-L, Alabama, persons could be named Al, Allie, something like that. We also have the little frog, and this card kind of just makes me think, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I didn't think about this. This frog, there's like a little lily pad on this card, and we have the frog here. So I do feel like, you know, you both are you're kind of in this transformation phase right now, and that's kind of what you need to be focusing on most, is transforming into who you're meant to be, and stop seeing yourself as a lowly frog. See yourself as the royalty that you are, the king or queen that you are. We also have this music note, so music could be important in this connection, or you could get intuitive messages about this connection in music. And we also have this squirrel spirit, which also makes me think of this dedicated effort card. And to me, it makes me think of just working hard, doing you, and the seeds that you bury, the seeds that you plant will grow. But you got to give them time. You got to hibernate, you know, all those things. And then we also have a 7. So 72 or 27, or in the month of February or July could be significant as well. So I will zoom in on these for you guys. But I think that is where I'm going to leave your reading, pile 3. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read your cards and charms, and thank you for watching all the way through. Definitely leave me a comment down below if this resonated. I would love to hear how. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe so I can keep making more videos like this in the future. I try to upload 3 to 5 times a week, so be sure to look out for my new readings. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is, and I hope you will come back and visit me again soon. Bye!